strong am I with the Force.
Hello and welcome back to the gravel road. Today is Sunday the 14th of November, which means that's day 7 of the 7-day intermittent fasting week. I'm just out with the pooch for a wee walk. It's about 11:30. Started fasting last night at 10:30 and just had a coffee not long ago, and obviously plenty of fluids and all that stuff, all the usual stuff. I think you're hopefully getting to understand that this is just a repetitive cycle, but it's an easy repetitive cycle, which is good. That was nice. Cheers, dog. Ooh, I wonder what the acoustics are like in here as I transition through this tunnel like a metaphor for life. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. Just a wee small journey. And that's what getting on this intermittent fasting will be. Just be a small journey to get to the point where you've got it nailed and you can do it. You've got that skill in your locker and you can use it whenever you want to, how often you want to, and you can use it with any other things you want to do. Dieting, calorie counting, training, all that kind of stuff. All the things I've talked about in these videos and the first 2 parts where I give a bit of an overview of what it's all about and how to actually practically, realistically get into it with a busy working week, life, kids, family, all that stuff. Weight this morning was 11 stone 4 3/4, which is a drop of about 1.25 pounds from the previous day. As I've said before, the point of these videos isn't about losing weight. It's just about showing how to practically do 16/8 fasting. I've not changed radically what I've been eating. I have been eating in a shorter window, therefore I have been eating less probably overall. I've been making better decisions. I've been less likely to eat cakes and all the rest of it. I have been eating treats. You know, the other day I had a whopping great pancake with tons of jam on it, and you know, I don't feel guilty about that. It was lovely. I was out for a nice coffee with the wife, had a cake, so that's just part of it. Then last night was at the cinema, went out for a yo sushi, and then followed that up with a ton of treats, like the biggest Baskin Robbins ice cream you've ever seen. It was 2 scoops. These scoops are like the size of my head. That was nice. That was actually gone before I even got in through past the wifey with the tickets. So I scooped that, and me and my son shared the biggest thing of popcorn we could get. And we also munched into some chocolate from Hotel Chocolat, which was really nice. And what else? Had some chewy sweeties from the Pick and Mix. So yeah, God knows how much calories that was, but who cares, because I'm not on a diet, I'm intermittent fasting. I got home 10:30 and I had some rice cakes and smooth almond butter, which is I just always like to have something at that 10:30, even though I'd eaten quite a bit before. It's like a nice way to finish off the day, have something at 10:30, quite satisfying. Almond butter is, you know, got some good fats in it, really tasty as well. And then yeah, don't think I went to bed till much later. It was Saturday night. Yeah, so despite all that munching away, I still dropped a bit of weight. But like I said, it's not the point of these videos, but it just illustrates that you can focus on something in intermittent fasting. Literally just focus on when you start eating. Don't change anything else. And if you are carrying a little bit of extra weight, or you feel like you're overweight, you know, there's a better than average chance you're gonna lose weight getting into the intermittent fasting. As I've said, it will plateau, and if you want to continue that weight loss, then you might have to do some other things. But you know, by that point, you're in control of everything you're doing, and that'll just be a lot easier. I'm heading off to Dubai later on think my flight's, I've got to be at the airport for about 3 o'clock, so I've got a few hours to kill. Probably break my fast before I go to the airport, have some porridge, because I haven't been at the airport for ages, so I've no idea what's open, what's not, is the lounge open, all these kinds of things, not a clue. So be prepared and have my porridge before I go, and then see what the next week brings. I'm going to try and carry on with the intermittent fasting, but I'm going to be at a trade show, I'm going to be out socialising and that kind of thing, so yeah, it'll be hit or miss, to be honest, next week. Probably by the time the trade show's finished on Thursday, then I'll get back into it a bit more frequently, but I'll be busy. I'm going to be hitting the gym, try to get some runs in and that kind of stuff, so I don't expect to put on heaps of weight or anything like that. I do my best not to. I want to try and keep a bit leaner whenever I get back. See if I can go and bash out some PRs, maybe some KOMs on the bike, be it on the road or off the road. Might even get back on the Zwift and get a bit of riding in with young Robbie Innes, who's got himself on Zwift, and hopefully get back out on the actual road bikes with Robbie and his dad Callum. So lots to look forward to, but I don't have to worry about what I'm eating. I'm not on a diet, I'm doing intermittent fasting. If I need to go out and do a really hard bike ride in the morning, I'll just carb up the day before, drop it for a couple of days and then get back on it. And that's something I'll touch on in future videos, but you know, obviously this is a cycling channel, and you know, I'm going to be doing videos on segments and KOMs, and you know, did that Red Bull time lapse. And obviously you can't do a lot of those sorts of things when you're in a fasted state. You can do a certain amount, but you can't go and do a 24-hour bike ride or a 4-hour bike ride or whatever when you're in a fasted state. So you always have to carb up for these things, and that's why intermittent fasting is great. You just adjust it to suit what you're doing, and if you need to carb load for a few days, then you just don't do it. It's simple. And that's why you'll find a lot of pro athletes, no matter what the sport, use intermittent fasting as a tool, because they can use it some days, use it periodically. You know, all these pro athletes are going to be going the opposite direction most of the time, consuming a lot of carbs and getting a lot of fuel on board. But equally at times they'll do intermittent fasting, they'll go out and do intermittent fasted rides as part of their training program. So yeah, it's, as I've maintained all along, it's not something you have to do every day. You just need to learn to do it, and once you have learned to do it, you choose when and whether you do it or not. Also, as I've said, at no point, and this is not a lie, I'm not making this up, at no point have I been hungry this week in doing this fasting. And I could have easily gone longer than 16 hours fasting and not had any issues. You know, as I've said a number of times, I love my food, and I do not like being hungry. I'm not, you know, like a lot of people, you know, I'm not in a good humour when I'm hungry, so that's a big thing for me. I don't want to feel like I'm empty or lacking energy. I want lots of energy, because I've got lots of things to do, and lots of things I want to do, and I want to batter through the day, get things done, and intermittent fasting helps me do that, and it helps me manage my weight, helps me with my state of mind, and it helps me be clearer in my thoughts. And during the day, because I'm fasting most of the working day, I'm just way more productive. So, you know, the folks I work for, they should be all over this intermittent fasting, because yeah, it just makes me more productive. And then also, like, obviously at weekends, if I've got stuff to do, it makes me more productive. I also find when I'm out doing fasted rides, I'll do usually do 2 hours. Not super high intensity, but reasonable. Like, I won't be taking it easy. It won't be a recovery ride. And I find I perform pretty good, actually. And then when I get back, I'm not like, oh, I need to eat, I'm dying. You know, I can go another hour or two easy after a ride, as long as I've taken the fluids. And yeah, some of my numbers from doing fasted rides are way better than the rides where I've just been eating normally or fueled up. So yeah, don't think you're starving yourself. You're not. You're gonna have loads of energy, and remember, you're gonna be in control. That's the key thing here. Put yourself in control. You're deciding what to do, when to do it. No one's telling you you can't have stuff, don't have treats, don't enjoy yourself, don't go for coffees with your wife or your friends or your pals, or don't go for beers. All those things are on the table. You can do them all. You just have to balance it out with when and how often you can do the intermittent fasting. It's that simple. Better carry on walking the dog and get home and get ready to fly into Dubai. And yeah, almost seems weird saying that after 2 years of going nowhere and not seeing a lot of people. Going to see people in real life for a change. Looking forward to it. Right folks, I'm going to end the video here. Remember, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to keep up with this content, hit subscribe. If you didn't like it, hit dislike. Put a comment down below either way, whether you liked it or not. You know, I like feedback, and if I get feedback, I'll try and adjust what I'm doing to suit the feedback and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. And if you're picking this video up and you haven't seen the other ones, I would definitely go back to the start, go to part 1, see part 2, and then the 7 days leading up to here. And in the future, I'll be doing more videos on different topics, but some of them will include aspects of intermittent fasting. Right, have a good day folks, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and remember to take it easy.